Chrissy Teigen is clearing the air, saying she played no part in the suspension of a New York Times food critic. Chrissy and Allison Roman got into a spat after Allison called Chrissy's cookbook empire and website nothing more than a, quote, content farm. So Allison is now on temporary leave from the paper. In a tweet, Chrissy says she publicly forgave Allison and goes on to say, quote, I don't agree with what the New York Times has done. I'm not them. I didn't call them. I didn't write. And most of all, I'd like her back. So Al, you talk about this a lot on the show, whether or not cancel culture goes too far. What do you think in this case?
I think this is a clear cut where it has, Sammy. I mean, look, you have both parties saying, why is this happening? I believe that what we saw, if you look at the entire exchange, is we saw two adults have a back and forth. Somebody said something, and instead of insulting the other person, Chrissy Teigen just responded that she was hurt and disappointed, and you know, that she looked up to Mrs. Roman. And I thought that, as they say in the streets, this was squashed. But for the New York Times to then go ahead and suspend her over her using her free speech as an American and as a writer, I just don't like the precedent that sets. Like, what is the point of this?
Yeah, Erica, do you agree with Al?
Oh, totally. And I can understand why Chrissy would come to the defense to say reinstate her. She's a person who enjoys her freedom of speech.
Yes.
She's not trying to censor people just because they don't agree with her, because clearly that's a part of her brand. But also, I want to caution people, because anytime you're over there minding Chrissy Teigen or anybody else's business with their success, then you aren't really running your own race. So I think that this is a lesson that a lot of people can learn.
Focus on yourself.
It comes from envy. We've all been there.
Erica.
We have. I've
Honey,
been
me
envious.
too, huh? Me too. Me too. I know. Zoe Kravitz says she has reservations about going back to work on